Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Inquisitive Brains. I am Dr. Chitra Javli. If you're a fresh PhD student, then I'm sure you'll have many questions in your mind, like how to plan for the entire PhD program, how to set milestones for your PhD, and how to achieve them successfully. PhD degree is different from all the other degrees. As the university sets aside a specific timetable in your master's or your undergrad courses, in your PhD you have to plan for yourself. So in this video, I'll provide you some guidelines on how to plan effectively for your PhD program. PhD is a project where you have to plan for the topic as well as its execution. The first year generally consists of conducting the literature survey, narrowing down to a specific topic, taking up essential courses, and planning. The first year usually consists of planning very well for the next 3 to 4 years. All the universities do have a process where they monitor the progress of each and every PhD candidate. Generally, by the end of year 1, you will have to present the following to the Research Progress Review Committee. That is, the title, the aim of the project, the plan for experiments, data collection, and also the plan for your potential publications. This phase is very important as it determines that whether you are successfully on track in your PhD program. In order to successfully pass the first year's review progress, your plans must include the SMART aims and objectives, that is, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound aims and objectives. The key towards setting the SMART goals is to understand two main points. Firstly, what is the average duration of the PhD program in your university? For example, some of the universities do recommend that you should complete the PhD program with a span of 3 to 4 years, whereas other universities are more flexible, which provide a duration of around 5 to 6 years. Some of the students even consider taking up part-time PhD, which is much longer duration than the regular full-time PhD itself. Secondly, what are the minimum requirements to submit the PhD thesis for the award of the doctoral degree? For example, how many papers you must publish during your PhD? Once you know these details, start planning backwards, that is, from the last year of your PhD, and set up goals in each and every year. Your plan must be flexible and must include some buffer time as plans do change. Now, let us see what exactly do these SMART aims and objectives mean. S stands for specific. You must be able to set specific goals rather than general ones. For example, publish a paper in second year would be a more general goal. Here, an example of a more specific goal would be having the title of the paper and the plan for data collection and the experiments for the potentially planned publication. Here you must ask yourself the question, what is the focus or the aim? M stands for measurable. Once you set the goals, you must monitor your progress and also work diligently towards achieving them. An example of a measurable goal is to improve the system performance 5 times compared to the state of the art by proposing a new solution. To achieve this, you must know whether the experiments conducted are sufficient and when to stop collecting the data for further analysis. A is for achievable. Once you set the goals, you must ask yourself the question, are the goals achievable? For example, the goal of conducting the experiments. You must carefully think about what other resources I need. Do I have the sufficient resources? Or do I need to order some materials or the items? Or also, do I have the technical skills that are required to conduct it? Or should I take help from someone? If the resources are dependent on someone else, then when will they be available? How long will the experiments take? Do I need any ethics clearance? R is for relevant. The goals you have set, are they really required and going to add value to your thesis? Are you on track for your PhD program or you're diverting from your PhD program plan? For example, in your first year, you might have selected a course which you have found it interesting. However, if it is not going to help you in your PhD, then you may want to reconsider your decision and ask yourself whether it is worth spending your precious time on it. Finally, T stands for time bound. All the goals you have set must be completed within a specified timeline. You must set a specific deadline for all the specific tasks of your goals. For instance, if you're planning to submit a paper in the next 6 months, then you must complete all the write-up 2 months prior to deadline of the submission so that you do not have to rush at the end moment and you can submit the draft to your supervisor for any changes and revisions. Along with the SMART goals, plan your everyday activities productively. Prioritize your tasks and ensure that they are the small steps to achieve your weekly goals. Set aside time for problem solving, for developing ideas, or the most important tasks that are of high priority when you're most productive. Set aside time for thinking and reading. Some people prefer to wake up early, or some also prefer to stay late in the night. So just work out the way which is appropriate for you. Next is the easy time. You can do the activities like drawing figures, replying to emails or documentation whenever you're feeling too lazy or maybe after lunch. Although your daily schedule may seem quite hectic compared to the other courses, you allow yourself frequent breaks like for tea, coffee or exercises. Regular breaks are very important that will help you to keep fit and healthy. Give yourself a treat whenever you accomplish a task, though it may not be a milestone. However, it does help you to move one step closer towards the milestone. Monitor your weekly progress. Replan if things are not working or taking more time than predicted. Planning is very important during your PhD. In course of time, the plans do change as there will be changes in topic, or the experiments fail, or the data collection may take longer time than predicted. The earlier you find out that you're lagging behind the timeline or not being able to meet the deadline, the better it is to replan and reschedule. And do discuss and consult your supervisor about the plans and the revisions that you have made. By the end of year 1, you must have a draft copy of the table of contents of your thesis. Do not wait until the last minute to start writing your thesis. The emphasis in your first year will be mainly the literature survey and the planning. So start filling up your literature survey thesis chapter and start writing early. Even if the plans do change, then you can update it in your thesis. Make the best use of your first year in the PhD to take up courses, as you will not find such time in the later years. Do take up courses that will help to enhance your technical skills and also knowledge that is required for your research. Also consider courses that help to develop the soft skills like improving your communication and also improving your writing. PhD is not at all about sitting in a quiet room, isolating yourself from the rest of the world and working alone. In addition to maintaining a key relationship with your supervisor by having frequent meetings about your research project, right from the day one, do network and communicate with your fellow colleagues, senior PhD students, other research staff, and other professors in the university. Do get to know as many people as possible. Join as many groups you would want to socialize. Join the writing clubs, postgraduate research groups, research seminar groups. Try to mingle with other research staff and students even outside your department. Try to understand broadly about their research methodology, their planning, as sometimes cross-domain knowledge will also help you in your PhD. We all know that well begun is half done. In the beginning, it may seem as an enormous task. Nevertheless, setting up milestones and segregating them into small tasks will help you to provide a clear picture of your work. You have to stay motivated throughout your PhD as there will be hurdles. Proper planning will help you to advance. your management and also organization skills. So do enjoy your PhD journey. For more tips for young researchers and PhD students, please do subscribe to our channel. Please do like and share this video. Thank you for watching the video.